All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CODcast, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. I'm your host, Humble Dusty Smith, and this is episode 81. Fuck yeah. We rule, you and I, and I'm running a little bit late tonight because I had a hard time getting the show together. I have so much to fucking cover tonight, and I didn't allot enough time to put all this motherfucking shit together, and it says my stream is bad. Hopefully it's not that bad, not lagging for you guys. I don't know, paying $130 a month for internet. You think it'd be fucking better than this. So let's jump right into it. As always, you want to support the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/CODcast. And we're up to $1,212 a month. Really appreciate that from 138 of you who are supporting the show. You guys know that most of the money goes to the Human Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where we rescue cute little dogs and cats and give them forever homes. And as always, we have 11 cats running around right now, so hopefully they don't interfere in the show too much. Makes the show exciting as fuck. And we're going to talk tonight about JK Rowling, Harry Potter author. She's entrenched in a new controversy. And going to shit on Ricky Gervais a little bit. Fucking Ricky Gervais, of course, he had to jump into this shit too, because he dislikes trans people, I believe, because of his fucking ego. Why is it bad? What the fuck? Why is the thing not doing? I guess it's okay. You guys can let me know if it seems okay to you. Hopefully it's not lagging too bad or anything. So what you guys doing? What's up? Vern Jara. No worries. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Okay, old man, you got me here. Cool. Glad to have you. Tulsi might drop out next year. Needs to drop out quicker than that. Imagine going to your job and voting present instead of actually doing your fucking job. Fuck her, am I right? TERFs are Nazis? I guess. I don't know if I call them Nazis or not. But anyway. Hi, y'all. What's up, Allie? Good on my end. Good to hear. All right, and also, best way to support the show instantly is for Super Chats. Slide into the show. You guys know how it works. Little dollar sign at the bottom of the screen. Click it. You give me $1 or $2, $20. The more you give me, the more serious I take your questions. So, buy my love. Please support the Animal Sanctuary. If you guys support this show, I'll continue to do it. And if not, I'll go work at Walmart. Whatever the fuck. Stream is good. Good to know. Looks good to me. Stream is working fine. Good so far. All right. Have a long show for you guys. I think it's going to be a long show. We'll see how it works out. It might be over 2 hours. I'm going to try to cover all the material I have. I might not, though. I might just do 2 hours and then just cover the rest of it on Monday's show, because I'll need more material since it's going to be a short weekend. I decided to do a show on Saturday night instead of Friday because Kelsey was out of town visiting her folks, and she came back yesterday. And so I was supposed to go get her, and I went out, and my fucking car wouldn't start. I've been trying to get my fucking car fixed for 3 days now, and I still ain't fucking starting, so I'm fucking stranded here without a goddamn car. So, just figured I'd do the show on Saturday night. It's a special Saturday episode on a very special podcast. And, have on PV. I don't know what PV means, but cool. As always, like the show. Click the like button or the dislike button, either fucking one, preferably the like, but whatever, if you dislike it, at least do one of those things for the algorithm, and also leave comments, very important. Also, tell your friends about the show. Great way to spread the fucking show, and with that, let's jump right fucking into it, alright? So, on my last show, you guys might remember that I was shitting on PewDiePie a little bit, and one of the contentious things I had against PewDiePie was that he was claiming that JK Rowling was simply virtue signaling by retconning some of her characters in Harry Potter and making them gay. And it was the only example of virtue signaling he gave. It was his big excuse for why he's leaving Twitter. Can't handle Twitter no more because all the fucking virtue signaling. And the only real example he gave was JK Rowling. And so I kind of took up for JK Rowling. And before I start, I am going to defend JK Rowling a little bit here at the beginning. Don't fucking freak out. Don't worry. I'm going to shit on her really heavily. The shit is fucking coming. I'm only going to defend her just a little bit at the beginning, so hear me out before you guys get fucking furious, alright? So, my contention is that... What the fuck is that noise? Shut the fuck up! I think that's the coffee maker. Anyway, my contention is that when celebrities come out and they start supporting gay rights, they should be supported. See, it seemed like there was some kind of holy alliance going on in this situation with conservatives and the anti-SJW types, and some transgender and gay activists who are both teaming up together to hate on JK Rowling and call her a virtue signaler because she was attempting to retcon some of her characters like Dumbledore and make them gay. People were like saying, oh, she's just doing this for virtue points for social points. She doesn't really mean it. And I actually think it's bad to do that. I think it's a tactical error to jump in with the conservatives who are making this claim, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to send a message to anybody, any celebrity who would use their platform to try to speak out for gay rights, to try to normalize homosexuality, which we absolutely need to be done. And they're trying to send the message, if you do this, we're going to accuse you of not being sincere, of virtue signaling. So why even bother? Why even bother to use your platform to speak out? You're going to be punished for it, not rewarded. And so I do have a problem with this black and white mentality of people are like, well, I don't like JK Rowling for being a TERF, so I'm going to also shit on her for speaking out for homosexual rights and gay rights. And like I said, some people were just asserting that she did this for virtue points, but I looked into it, right? And she used her platform repeatedly to speak out for gay rights, and she didn't have to, right? Nobody was forcing her to do this, and she was actually sort of punished for it. You know, she was shit on pretty heavily for it by not just the right, but the left. And instead of shitting on her for this and letting the conservatives use her as an example to other celebrities on why they should not speak out to gay rights, I think that she does deserve credit for this, in my opinion. Here's a tweet I just threw up there. If Dumbledore is really gay, is he a top or a bottom? Haha. JK Rowling says, Dumbledore likes all manner of sex, but generally speaking, he tends to be a top. Thanks for asking. And she did this repeatedly. You know, pretty much every chance she got to use her platform to speak out for gay rights, she did. So this contention that it was just for social media virtue points, you know, I disagree with. Another thing people said was, well, she's obviously not serious because she had the chance in her new movies, which were Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, or whatever the fuck his name is. She had the chance to write the character as gay, and she refused to do it. That's what a lot of people said. So that proves that she's just, dude, what the fuck? Help me out, dude. Cat's already fucking the show up, knocking my lights over and shit. Be of help. Don't be of hindrance. Anyway, so they were saying she could have written the characters as gay, but she did not, which proves that she's not serious about this. But I actually looked into it, and look, these movies are $100 million blockbuster family movies, okay? She can't have her characters butt fucking in the movies. Obviously, that's not going to happen. They're not going to greenlight it if she does. But she did make it clear, if you were paying attention, that the characters were gay. So claiming that she didn't, or didn't allude to them being gay in any way, is simply not true. She did. And I'll give you an example here. In the movie, they show the Mirror of Erised. Now, I don't watch Harry Potter movies. I don't like Harry Potter. I think the whole thing is lame, in my opinion. But other people like it, and it's bringing them joy. So more power to you. Not going to shit on it. Makes you happy. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. So if I mispronounce shit, it's because I don't know about it too much. But anyway, the Mirror of Erised apparently is an ancient ornate mirror. It has clawed feet and gold framed, inscribed with the phrase, blah, blah, blah. The mirror shows the most desperate desire of the person's heart. A vision that's best been known to drive man mad. So basically they describe this mirror as it shows the most desperate desire of a person's heart, right? So they show the character in the movie looking into this mirror. And what does he see when he looks into this mirror? Let's have a look. Puts the mirror down and looks into the mirror, and boom, he seems to be holding hands with the guy he's supposed to be gay with, right? They're having a blood pact, but they're like holding hands and shit. That's what he sees. That's the most intimate desires of his heart. It's pretty much alluding to the fact that they're gay characters. And even in another part of the movie, they talk about, somebody says, you guys were as close as brothers. And he said, we were more than brothers. So, yeah, if you're paying attention, it's kind of gay, in my opinion. And like I said, she's not going to paint the characters as butt fucking on this, I don't know if it's a Disney movie or where the fuck it is. It's a children's movie. So anyway, that is my slight defense of JK Rowling. I don't think we should be playing into this game where just because we dislike somebody, we should shit on everything they do. I came across this when I was talking about Julie Bindel. Julie Bindel is a horrific TERF. Really fucking shitty person. But what I found was there was a time where people like Shoe on Head and Paul Joseph Watson were lying about Julie Bindel, outright lying about her in order to demonize feminism as a whole. And I was pointing out that even though we may not like Julie Bindel as a TERF, letting them get away with lying about her and what she said to make all of feminism look bad actually hurts feminism as a whole, you know? We shouldn't do that. But there are a lot of other people, a lot of trans people where they're like, no, fuck her, right? It's okay that we lie about her because we don't like her, right? It's okay to let them get away with lying about her because we don't like her. And I disagree with that, you know? We can both shit on her for the bad things that she does and also give them minor credit for the good thing they do, right? So that's the end of me fucking defending JK Rowling. So, this happened before the latest controversy came out. This happened a couple days ago, and when everybody was commenting on my video about PewDiePie saying, oh, she's a TERF, she's a TERF. This was before we knew for sure if she was a TERF or not. And I posted, so I've been researching whether or not Harry Potter author JK Rowling is a TERF. So far, I've read this article from Snopes, as well as a few others on the subject. I'm going to talk about this on a future show, so I want to get feedback. And like I said, I got feedback from this, people calling it TERF, but this is before she came out. Let me check the chat real quick to make sure that everything's still going okay. Guess I can move it over here so I can take a look at it. Yeah, all right, looks good. So anyway, so then I went and read this article, and then I'm going to share this fucking article with you guys. Well, this is one of the comments I got. People were like, well, regardless, she's a fucking asshole. Here's her. The far left and the far right share many things, like a loathing of decadent liberals. Yeah. No shit. First of all, she's like a billionaire, so fuck that, right? There are no moral billionaires, you know? Take all her shit, put her in jail. I'm just kidding, obviously, a little bit. But not a fan of billionaires that shouldn't be billionaires. And yeah, she's a decadent liberal who flaunts her wealth, which makes her a fucking asshole, especially in modern times now where so many people are suffering because, you know, we have an incredibly large poverty problem. And makes her a fucking asshole, so hell yeah. Both the far right and the far left can agree. You're a fucking shithead for that. And once again, this was before the current controversy happened. And so anyway, it was almost like the universe answered me. It's like, me, hey everybody, I'm researching whether or not Harry Potter author JK Rowling is a TERF, and I'm planning on talking about it on my next show. What do you guys think? And the very next day, trending on Twitter, JK Rowling is a TERF! So it's like the universe basically just fucking answered me, which is kind of weird how that shit happened. So first off, let's talk about what a TERF is. A lot of people don't know what the fuck a TERF is. Basically, TERF stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. And it's basically people who call themselves feminist. I guess some people consider them feminists, some people don't consider them feminists. They consider themselves feminist. And they don't believe that trans women are real women, right? And so they think, in my experience with these people, a lot of them seem to have a real dislike for men. And I can kind of understand it a little bit. Not having a real dislike for all men, but obviously we live in a patriarchy. And the patriarchy has oppressed women for, you know, millennia. And I can understand having a problem with the patriarchy and having a dislike of the privilege men get, and having a dislike for a lot of men for not recognizing the privilege the system gives them, and disliking a lot of them for being outright misogynist. But obviously you can't dislike all men for this, and you can't blame all men for this, because some of us are trying to do better. We're trying to realize what the reality we live in is, and we're trying to call it out and make it better. So you can't blame everybody for it. But they seem to have a great disdain for men, and they can't seem to see trans women as anything other than men, which makes them hate trans women or severely dislike them. So anyway, the term was coined in 2008, originally applied to a minority of feminists espousing sentiments that other feminists consider transphobic, such as the rejection of the assertion that trans women are women, the exclusion of trans women from women's spaces, and the opposition to transgender legislation. And this is the next line is important for people who are like, well, can you really call Ricky Gervais or JK Rowling a radical feminist? The sense has since expanded to refer to more broadly to people with trans-exclusive views who may not be involved with radical feminism. So it's just an umbrella term, basically, for everybody who is trans-exclusionary, who believe that trans women aren't women. So let's get that straight. And I understand part of the argument. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I understand it doesn't mean I agree with it, okay? Basically, the argument is, or one of the arguments that TERFs put out is that trans women live part of their lives as men, and they get the privilege that comes with being male in a patriarchy. And therefore, when they transition to a woman, they can't really understand what it's like to be a woman because they haven't had the full woman experience from birth because they have received some of the privilege of being male, right? The problem I have with that is trans women aren't claiming that they have been labeled women their entire lives and they have the full experience of being a cis woman, right? They're not claiming that at all. They're just claiming that they're a type of woman, just like a stepmom is a type of mom, right? Or an adoptive mom is a type of mom. Now, are you willing to say, well, you didn't go through the fucking pain of childbirth. You're not a real mother. No, they're real mothers. They're just a type of mother, right? And just like a trans woman, no, they weren't born a cis woman, physically. Most of them anyway. There's obviously gender and sex is very complicated, and it's more complicated than people want to make it out to be, being just binary. It's way more complicated than that, but just for the sake of argument. But they're not saying that. They're saying we are a type of woman. We are a trans woman. And TERFs seem to believe that trans women are trying to steal something from them, They're trying to steal the experience of becoming a woman, but they're not trying to steal anything. They're trying to join in on the cause, right? And trans women may not have 100% the experience of being considered women from birth, and some of them have mild benefit from being males at one time, or being considered males at one time. But at the same time, they have experienced incredible oppression, and they continue to experience incredible oppression. So it's not like they're doing this to benefit themselves, because it really doesn't. It doesn't benefit them. Trans women have an incredibly high suicide rate. They're shit upon incredibly. So it's not like they're trying to steal anything from you. It's not like they're really benefiting from this. And so the whole TERF ideology is kind of silly to me, in my opinion. It seems to revolve around man-hating, a lot of it. But that's just my take on it, right? So anyway, this was before, like I said, the current controversy came out, that this article was written. Now, this article has since been updated since the new controversy came out. But when I read this article to begin with, it basically said it was untrue that the title is, "Did JK Rowling confirm her stance against transgender women?" Now, I'm explaining the argument that people were making before this current controversy came out, so you guys could follow me in the timeline, right? So this is what the argument was before today, we found out that she actually is a TERF. But the original article basically said, no, she didn't come out as a TERF, and this article that painted her as a TERF was kind of off base. And the article that was put out before this latest controversy was an article written by Faylene Fairchild. And it points out several times that it appears J.K. Rowling was TERFish, for lack of a better word. For one, she liked this tweet, which seemed to paint trans women, or at least some trans women, as men in dresses. And she was following a number of TERF, like the most vicious TERF accounts out there, like Julie Bindel. I'll show you. Julie Bindel she was following, and Magdalene, who was I think she passed away from a brain tumor recently, but she was considered one of the most vicious TERFs on the internet. And so J.K. Rowling was following her, and she she liked a couple posts by these TERFs. And her excuse later on when asked about this was that she accidentally did it. I just got fat fingers and I accidentally liked the post of these TERFs I was following, which, kind of hard to believe that. I don't really fucking believe that, but, I was kind of willing to almost give her the benefit of the doubt on it until this latest controversy happened. And so the main problem people have with it is that she was asked multiple times to clarify her stance on whether she was a TERF or not. And she definitely heard the complaints and people asking her about it, because several other times where she was asked to clarify her other political positions, she was Johnny on the spot to clarify it. And even Snopes says at the end here that they reached out to her multiple times and she refused to answer the questions. So with her background in following these TERFs and liking these TERF stuff, and I think she even wrote something in one of her books that seemed anti-trans. I hate to call it out too anti-trans because I think it was characters in a fictional book, and I don't want to read too much into that. But there are a lot of circumstantial evidence that people were putting out to claim that she was a TERF. And so when directly asked about it, she refused to answer the question, which, you know, is curious, especially when you know that a lot of people are saying you're a TERF out there. If you're not a TERF, you know, should probably speak up and say something about it. So that's basically what the article said, and of course it updated to bring it to light the latest controversy that surround this case, which we're about to get into. Before we get into that, let's get into Maya Forstater. Maya Forstater is also a TERF. Here's a tweet for what am I so surprised at is that smart people who I admire, who are absolutely pro-science in other areas, are championing human rights and women's rights are tying themselves in knots to avoid saying the truth that men cannot change into women because that might hurt men's feelings. Now, this is just one of many tweets I'm going to show you, but a lot of people want to reframe this narrative and pretend like she's talking about sex when she's clearly, and I'm going to show you her own words in a minute, she's talking about gender, right? She is gender critical. She doesn't believe that men can change their gender to women. And if you don't know the difference between gender and sex, yes, these two things are very different, all right? Sex is mostly biological, right? It's the way you were born. And gender deals with social constructs, with the roles that are placed upon us by society. So absolutely, you can decide what roles you want to embrace and what roles you want to reject and change that, right? But even beyond that, claiming that people that think you can change your biology to be closer to a cis woman than a cis male if you were born cis male it is pro-science. We know this to be true. Geneticists have told us this time and time again, okay? Your cells, for the most part, are not sexed. They just aren't sexed. They're waiting for signals from hormones to come in to tell the cells what they're supposed to do. And yes, if you change the hormones in your body to signal to those cells what they're supposed to do, you can change your biology to be closer to a cis female than a cis male if you were born male. You absolutely can do that. That is science. Many geneticists have come out and said that. So they're wrong on multiple levels of this argument, in my opinion, but they don't really give a shit. They just want to call everybody else science deniers instead of embracing what the science actually fucking says, right? So, here's a few more tweets from this woman, Maya, what is her name? Maya Forstater. I share the concern of fair play women that radically expanding the legal definition of women so that it can include both males and females makes it a meaningless concept and will undermine women's rights and protections for vulnerable women and girls. Bunce does not masquerade as a female. He is a man who likes to express himself part of the week by wearing a dress. So here she is, misgendering somebody purposely, right? I have no problem with men wearing dresses, but we don't need to confuse acting in a stereotypical feminine manner with being a woman. So several times she has come out and misgendered people. This is not the only example. There are many examples of this, but and it's clear that she is anti-trans. So what happened is she was being contracted by this company, and the company heard that she was being publicly anti-trans, and so they decided not to renew her contract, right? That's all that happened here, right? They have every right, obviously, not to renew her contract. She wasn't fired. They just didn't renew her contract because they don't want to be associated with. Amazing all the conservatives out there who think you should be able to discriminate against anybody for any reason. You can fire gay people for being gay. You don't have to fucking service gay people for being gay. Hey, if you don't like the fucking baker, go to a different fucking bakery, right? But a company decides they don't want to associate with a transphobe and suddenly, oh my God, free speech is dead. It's just this double standard that conservatives have, right? So, and this is the framing that JK Rowling did, right? So JK Rowling came out and basically gave away all allusions to the fact that she is not trans, right? So she says, dress however you please, call yourself whatever you like, sleep with any consenting adult who'll have you, live your best life in peace and security, but forcing women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real, this is not what happened at all, though. This is absolutely not what fucking happened. She is lying. She is gaslighting you, okay? What happened was this transphobe did not have her contract renewed. It wasn't simply that she was stating that sex was real. It was that she was gender critical and misgendering people. And for those of you who say, no, man, she wasn't being gender critical. She was stating that sex isn't real. Tim Pool told me. I watched Tim Pool's videos, and he showed me a few out of context tweets and stuff and made it seem like she wasn't actually being gender critical. She was being sex critical. But I'm going to show you in her own words. Her own words, this is not fucking true. In her own words, it's about being gender critical. I'll show you here. Here's a great thread on it. JK Rowling is lying. She is using her gigantic social media platform to obfuscate what the for-starter case was even about. Let's be 100% clear about this. The case was an attempt to have gender-critical beliefs, aka hatred of trans people, protected status. And I'll show you. This woman's going to say straight out. Let's see if I can find the tweet here. Here it is. Here's her admitting to it. I have begun employment tribunal proceedings for discrimination. This will be a test case to establish that gender-critical views, not sex-critical views, she's talking about gender here, are protected beliefs under the Equality Act. That's what the case was about. It wasn't simply about, oh my God, she's just claiming that sex is real. No, she's talking about gender. She's talking about transphobic talking points, you know? It's exactly what she says here. So they point this out repeatedly on here. Let's see here. Several tweets pointed this exact same thing out. I'm sorry if I'm laboring. Scroll back up. Where was it? I'm sorry if I'm laboring the point a little here, but what JK Rowling is doing is essentially gaslighting the public as to the very nature of the case, which was to establish gender-critical views are protected beliefs under the law, as was the stated intent of the claimants. Exactly right. That's what she's instated. It wasn't that, oh, I'm just saying biological facts. Sex is real. Nope. Absolutely not fucking true. Lies, lies, damnable lies. The fact that she framed it as though someone got fired for claiming sex is real is just insidious. Nobody in their right mind has ever denied that biological sex exists. She's trying to misconstrue the issue in such a way that nobody could possibly disagree. Slimy as hell. This is typical fucking TERF behavior. It's dishonest as fuck, right? And so many people are falling for it. Even people on the left are fucking falling for it. I'm going to show you a few here in a minute. But here's them playing the fucking victim in all this. You know, stuff like this. Thank you. These are scary times for women who assert their right to recognize objective reality. That is not what this is about whatsoever. You want to know who this is scary times for? It's scary times for trans people. Just like Katie Montgomery says. But she's fighting against objective reality. It's not scary time for you at all. Worst case scenario, you're not allowed to harass trans people at work. This is terrifying times for trans people as transphobia becomes mainstream and almost fashionable. That's right. It's not a scary time for women, right? Because this is an attack on women. Because trans women are women. And what you're doing is you are fucking attacking other women. Because you don't accept them as women because it doesn't fit into your narrow view of the world. And it was sad to see everybody. There were so many people, like on this JK Rowling tweet. I think it got 190 almost 1,000 likes, and so many people fucking totally transphobic, kissing her ass, talking about virtue signaling. Why isn't this virtue signaling? Why isn't this an example that the right will give of virtue signaling? This is a way bigger example of virtue signaling than anything she said about gay people, but no, it doesn't fall into that narrative, so they're going to kiss her ass about this. Let's skip around here. Even Brett Weinstein, intellectual dark web, they got to put their 2 cents in. TERF isn't a category. Yes, it is. It's a slander twice over. It's a category and a slander. You know, it's a true statement about what these people believe. A signal designed to induce cancellation. Oh my God, cancel culture. She's a billionaire. She's a fucking billionaire. Oh my God, we're going to cancel the billionaire. Suck a dick in a bad way, Brett Weinstein. There are purposes for which trans women are not simply women. Obviously, what? Trans women are women. What are you talking about? That is a natural position backed by science. So he's not even talking about the real science. The real science is that, yes, like I said, with the proper hormones, you can change your biology to be closer to a cis woman than a cis male. That's what they tell us. These assholes don't give a fuck. But TERF, is I slur to silence you? Question mark? Yep. And I'm disappointed in your take. If a trans woman wants to be called a woman in public situation, what's the problem? That is what the whole thing was about. A trans person only has to discuss their biology with their doctor. It is socially relevant in other situations. True that. And, of course, all the fucking right-wing shitheads came out of the goddamn woodwork to support her, like Katie Hopkins, one of the worst fucking pieces of shit on the goddamn planet. She's like, hoping we don't see a climb down from JK Rowling in the wake of a backlash from the trans brigade. No, I am sorry or I misspoke, and stay standing with Maya. So, great support you're getting there, JK Rowling. Are these really the people you want to have your corner? These really the people you want to have your back? I wouldn't think so, but probably. Here's Paul Joseph Watson jumping on the bandwagon. JK Rowling dared to say that biological sex is real, but that's not what she did at all, right? She's gaslighting. She's misconstruing the entire situation to make it look like it's something she's not in order to support TERFs. She's lying, just like Paul Joseph Watson. Lying, liars who lie. That's all these fucking people do. Shame, shame. And even left-wing people, even people who are heroes of the left, like Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Very brave, JK Rowling, for standing up for women. She's not standing up for women. Trans women are women. She's standing against women. You fucking piece of shit. Canceled! Canceled this one. So depressing to fucking see. Right. So, of course, Ricky Gervais had to goddamn jump on the fucking bandwagon. Fucking Ricky Gervais. And as Lauren says, evidence suggests J.K. Rowling followed the same TERF trajectory as Graham Lineman, uncritically wrote some transphobic stuff into their creative work, got mildly criticized, and slowly let their disgust with trans people consume their whole personality rather than self-reflect. And of course I respond, I call this the Ricky Gervais. And it is. This is exactly what happened to Ricky Gervais. He made some transphobic jokes, quote-unquote jokes, the same one joke he fucking always tells, and trans people mildly criticized him for it, but his ego would not allow him to do any kind of self-reflection whatsoever, so he continued to double down on his transate until now it's clear that he just doesn't like trans people, and he's willing to jump on any bandwagon to shit on trans people that he possibly can. It's very fucking obvious and depressing because Ricky Gervais is someone I used to really admire. And I still think he does some pretty good work here and there, but it's just sad to see what he's become. So here he is. I fear that some people's inability to discuss sensitive or contentious issues without insult or threat will lead to society ending like a battle scene from Game of Thrones. Hopefully science, truth, and common sense has all the dragons. Yeah, it's science. Science is on my side, even though I guarantee you Ricky Gervais doesn't know any fucking thing about the science about trans people. Zero. Doesn't fucking know shit. And also he's trying to make the look just like JK Rowling did. He's trying to pretend this case was about talking about biological sex when it was talking about gender. As I showed you, by the claimant's own words, it's about fucking gender, but Ricky Gervais probably doesn't know, probably doesn't give a shit. He's just using this to jump on his narrative. And as Cody Johnson says, motherfucker, what are you talking about? You can't criticize people without insult or threat. Ricky Gervais criticizes the fuck out of people. Exactly. We need to protect the rights of women, not erode them because some men have found a new cunning way to dominate and demonize an entire sex. He's talking about trans women here. He might not be talking about all trans women, but he's definitely talking about the section of trans women that he doesn't consider to be trans women because they don't pass enough for his liking. Like, there's no doubt he thinks Blair White is a trans woman, right? She's one of the good ones, but anybody that doesn't pass up to his standards, nah, they're not real women. He's insulting them. He's literally fucking insulting him here, and he's playing the virtue card by pretending, oh, I can discuss sensitive things without insulting people. You are insulting people. As my real-life fake husband Cody Johnson points out, saying that trans women are men who have cunningly discovered a new way to dominate and demonize women isn't without insult, Ricky. And he's like, I never mentioned trans women. I said some men. Yeah, you're misgendering trans women because you don't accept them. That's exactly what the fuck is happening here, goddammit. We see through that fucking ridiculous bullshit. And, he went on, somebody wrote this satirical article basically shitting on trans people. JK Rowling is a TERF. Speaking as a trans woman, the thought that I would no longer be welcome in a fictional school for wizards has destroyed me. What does a cis woman like Rowling know about being a woman in any case? This is obviously, like I said, a satirical article, and Ricky Gervais is going to jump on it. Those awful biological women can never understand what it must be like for you becoming a lovely lady so late in life. They take their girly privileges for granted. Winning at female sports and having their own toilets, well, enough is enough. So he's just being a transphobic piece of shit, right? That's Ricky Gervais. This is what he's decided to become. His ego simply will not allow him to critically look at his own actions and reevaluate them. And so he's going to double down his trans hate again and again and again. And of course, he's getting tons of support by right-wing shitheads. We'll get on that in a minute. And here he even says, sure, I think trans women are women. I wasn't talking about trans people, but he is. He is talking about trans people. He only considers a certain type of trans woman a real woman, though. And the other ones he just brushes off as men in dresses. Is exactly what the fuck he's doing. We see through that, Ricky Gervais. Come on, dude. You ain't that fucking slick. And then he goes on to say, next we're not even going to be allowed to talk about goddamn Bill Cosby, because if we talk about Bill Cosby, you're going to call us racist. And he deleted that because he's a fucking coward. Because Cody Johnson called his goddamn ass out. I love you, Cody Johnson. Cody says, if you mention what Bill Cosby did while boosting people trying to invalidate black people and tie the incident to the black community amidst a moral panic about black people in bathrooms, yeah, that's probably racist. You fucking shithead. I'll add that little last part on, but of course Ricky Gervais, cowardly as fuck, deleted the shit out of that goddamn tweet. Don't blame you. And of course, these are the people that are jumping on Ricky Gervais's jock. Louder with Crowder. Ricky Gervais defends women. JK Rowling against hateful transgender allies. That's right. Ricky Gervais is the hero here, and it's the transgender people that are bad. Ricky, is this really the people you want to track? Why are you fucking kicking my light over, dude? Seriously, don't do that. I'm doing an awesome show here. Please help me out. Help me out, dude. Right? Be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Anyway, and I love in this article they basically call trans people fascist. Right? Just rewriting of history, writing of all the definitions of the word. You know, fascism is about ultra nationalism with a strong central dictator-like figure. Right? It has nothing to do with any of this shit. But anyway. Way to attract the best of the best, Ricky Gervais. Hope you're happy with yourself. Hope you're happy with a lot in life. And I think he's hosting, what is it? The Emmy Awards or whatever it is. Maybe something Emmys. Whatever it is. I think we really should. I guess it's the last time he's going to be hosting the show. But I think social pressure should be put on these people not to have him hosting these fucking shows anymore. Because he's a transphobe. You know? Why reward this fucking transphobe with big goddamn media performances? We should. We shouldn't, in my opinion. We should call this shit out. And of course, he's getting fucking slammed by some people, which is pretty funny. Like this one. Ricky Gervais tells the identify as an attack helicopter trans joke and then cackles about it for 98 minutes. Yep. That's the new special. Disney laughs. Ricky Gervais tells the identify as an attack helicopter trans joke and then crackles about it for 90 minutes. And that got almost 9,000 likes. So pretty funny shitting on Ricky Gervais about that. And then almost our hero, Mark Hamill, from Star Wars fame, he almost got canceled because he liked JK Rowling's tweet. Oh, hell no, you don't, Luke Skywalker. What is wrong with you? But he had almost the fastest redemption arc of anybody I've ever seen because they asked him about it. And he was like, oh my God, ignorance is no excuse. But I like that tweet without understanding what the last liner hashtag meant. It was the first 4 lines I liked, and I didn't realize it had any transphobic connotations. So awesome to see Mark Hamill fucking turn that shit around immediately and be the hero we all know that he goddamn is. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about. The Ricky Gervais and fucking JK Rowling situation right now. Let me check the fucking chat, see what you guys have to say. And my first time super chatting. Well, thank you. We do a lot of good work here at the Human Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, and your money means a fucking lot to us. Let me go ahead and read the super chats first because you guys are the lifeblood of the show. Love you guys. All right. Dexter Ward, $5. Did I read Ann Aspatch's already? Ann Aspatch for the fur babies. Ann Aspatch, I love you. You're awesome. Always the first one to super chat me. Big supporter of the show. Really appreciate that. Dexter Ward, $5 Canadian. Just had a mushroom and wild rice veg burger for the first time, and I'm not disappointed. Happy holidays. Yeah, man. We eat so many of those veggie burgers. I think they're called the Boca. You can get those at Walmart, the frozen fruit section, and they're actually really good. You can cook in the microwave, and a lot cheaper than buying the Impossible Whopper. So definitely recommend those. BB $5. Hey, Dusty, longtime fan here. Just wanted to thank you for what you do and ask you to check out Redacted Tonight on YouTube. You'll love it for sure. All right. Appreciate that. Nice shout out for Redacted Tonight. You guys check that out if you want to. Zai $5. I just wish I could live my life in peace. That's all I want. Yeah, well, we're trying, you know. But it's hard. They're trying to use this trans issue as a distraction from the fucking real issues when it's not something it's important to fight for, but it's not important to call out as a major problem or anything. So hopefully society will change slowly but surely. All we can do is fight the fight. Where's the proof? $1.99. Proof that all trans women have been oppressed. I don't know if... I'm not sure if all trans women have been oppressed, but I think obviously being trans definitely isn't really good for your life for the most part. You know, we can see the response that people have to trans people on the internet. You know, so many men right off the bat, I would never date a trans woman, and there's a stigma to dating a trans woman. So, yeah, their lives aren't great for being trans, right? I think that's pretty obvious. Cammy Rude, $4.99. Thank you, Cammy Rude. Jenny Rude, $2. Thank you, Jenny Rude. Oops, almost forgot. You're on now. Hell yeah, I'm on. Rocking this shit out. Neon Nor, $10. 10 pounds, even better. Shout out to Victoria Cunningham. Yep, Victoria's awesome. What's up, Victoria Cunningham? Thanks for helping me out with the show. Favorites, $4.99. Are you happy with the trajectory of your podcast? Good show, man. Yeah, I mean, the ratings could be higher. We could have more people tune in. But yeah, it is what it is. People are supporting the show, okay? And I enjoy doing it because I like hanging out with you guys. And I think this stuff has to be covered. So, you know, as long as you guys keep supporting it, I'll keep doing it. Really appreciate that. Spanky Weasel, $5. How can we nerf the TERF? Feed the fuzzies. Let them know it's Xmas time. Yep, nerf the TERF. I guess we just got to keep calling this shit out, you know? I don't know how many other people are calling this out like I am. I doubt very many people. But reward the people that do. That's what I say. Like me. Reward me for doing this. And don't reward people who are on the other side of this issue. That's my advice. Thank you for that. Aurel Hopfer, $10. Thank you. I disagree with you on a few silly little things. Like what? You got to agree with me on everything or I hate you. But I love you and the support you give my community as a transgender woman. You are my sexist southern hero. And I love you, Dusty. Happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you. Aurelia, I hope you guys have a good one. You know, I'm just doing what I can. Well, a little bit I can. I sure appreciate the support, though. And Comic Punk, $5. Be part of the solution, not the problem. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's what I tell the cats. You know, be the change you want to see in the world. That's really all you can do. Try not to let it get you down too much. Cam Ruby, $4.99. Thank you, Cam Ruby, for that. Appreciate that. And Blake No Last, $2. Vegan for the planet, the animals, and the people. Hell yeah. You know, even if you can't go full vegan, just a meal or two a week is better than nothing. Do what you can, little by little. Let's see what else you guys have to say up here. Read the regular chat. Cult Dusty, how many trolls were banned? I don't know. Because I can only look at so much of the chat while I'm running my fucking mouth, right? Only so much I can pay attention to. But I'm assuming that the moderators are on it. We got some good moderators here. So, what else you guys got to say here? Crowder is annoying asshat. Prove me wrong. I know, right? Right-wing chud. But that's the people that JK Rowling is and Ricky Gervais have in their corner. For shame. For shame. I wish I had a bell to ring. Walk you through the streets naked. How many trans chasers do you think are closeted trans? Trans chasers do you think are closeted trans? I don't know about that. I think there is a lot of people who find trans people very attractive. Sexually attractive and would definitely date them if there wasn't such a social stigma on it. If you ever go to 4chan, which I never do, 4chan has a porn section, a porn gift section, and what they call traps, which is sort of a transgender slur, but hugely popular trans porn. And it's mostly people who would never publicly date a trans person because they're too fucking cowardly to take the social stigma. And there shouldn't be a social stigma. We gotta involve society to the point where there's no longer a social stigma on being gay, on being trans, so people don't have to feel bad for what they're attracted to. So we'll get there hopefully eventually in the future. Let's see. Cult of Dusty, not very many people at all. Unfortunately, most people will ignore trans issues entirely. Yep. That's true. A lot of people don't have the guts to fucking stand up for what's right in this world, and a lot of people get heavily rewarded for standing up for what's wrong, and that's the shame of it all. But Cult of Dusty, I hate how I live in the same state as Crowder and Alex Jones. Well, I'm sure it's no indication on how bad your state is. I live in Mississippi, so a lot of shitheads in Mississippi, but it's all good. I don't have to be a shithead just because other shitheads are here. They don't represent me. Fuck that shit. TERF is not a slur. I guess it could be. Depends on how you use it. I love how the cis think trans people live in some kind of bubble where we don't have to deal with cisettes. I wish. Yeah, you're just trying to steal the female experience from women. What's wrong with you? Trying to steal their thunder. But yeah, like being trans is so great in our society, right? I'm doing it for my own benefit, right? No, definitely not. That's like saying, hey, I'm black for my own benefit. Yeah, it really benefits me to be black in this society, doesn't it? Not particularly. Okay. Ooh, 47 minutes in. I talked about that shit for a long time. And if I might say so myself, I nailed it. Hell yeah, you go, Dusty. Coffee's an amazing drug, isn't it? All right. Next up, we're going to talk about Trump. So, here's a video of Trump in 2014 explaining what it would be like if Obama got impeached. Guess what, folks? It would be bad.
Do you think Obama seriously wants to be impeached and go through what Bill Clinton did? He would be a mess. He would be thinking about nothing but it would be a horror show for him. It would be an absolute embarrassment. It would go down on his record permanently. But they're saying, oh, he'd love to be impeached. That would be so good. And the Republicans are all saying, oh, we'd never impeach him. We'd never impeach him because he'd like that.
Well,
and the Republicans, and I'm a Republican, and the Republicans, do you think Obama...
There you have it. It would be horrible. But now he's like, I like it. Give me more impeachment. And here's what Mike Pence and Lindsey Graham had to say about it back in the day. A man who commits adultery is morally unfit to be president. For the nation to move on, the president must move out. And impeachment is about cleansing the office. Impeachment is about restoring honor and integrity to the office. These people have no integrity whatsoever, right? Good Lord, they just swing with the fucking wind, and it's so transparent. Anybody that supports these people, you're a part of the problem. You have no fucking morals. You have no integrity yourself, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And there's always a fucking tweet for every goddamn thing. Here's Donald Trump Jr. back in 2016. Dear Clintons, you know what's deplorable? Being impeached. Hashtag basket of deplorables. That's right. It's fucking deplorable to be impeached. You fucking deplorables. That's what you are. But so, what is it? Does that still ring true there, Donald Trump Jr.? Are you guys deplorable a little bit now? Was Hillary Clinton right about you? Nope, of course not. Because it's a different set of rules from these fucking hypocrites. And speaking of dumbasses, here's a guy who God talks to. God has a direct line to Pat Robertson. And here's him claiming over and over again that Trump will never be impeached. They will never even try this shit. Yep, God definitely speaking to this dude.
The House will not vote impeachment. There will be no impeachment. They don't have the courage to do it, and there is no way that there'll be a majority vote in the United States House of Representatives to bring forth a bill of impeachment, which then go to the Senate and so forth. And my prediction is it isn't going to happen. They will not have a vote. There will be no impeachment, and we'll go forward to the election. I don't believe there will be an impeachment vote. As I said before, I'll say it again. There is not going to be an impeachment vote in the House that really puts everybody on record. Well, here's my fair...
So anyway, there's another minute of that. God definitely speaking directly to that guy. I'm starting to think God don't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know? God might want to check into things a little bit better. That's just my advice for God. And spoiler alert, he got impeached. Now, somebody asked me last show, do I think he was going to be impeached? And I said, hell no, he's going to be impeached. Now, I did think he's going to impeach, but when most people say, is he going to be impeached? What they actually mean is he's going to be removed from office. And I just assume that's what they mean when they said that. And no, I absolutely don't think he's going to be removed from office. I think the other house is going to basically just, you know, let him off the hook. But definitely thought he was going to be impeached. And he has been impeached, but I don't think he's going to be removed from office. But anyway, he's on there. I got impeached last night without one Republican vote being cast, with the do-nothing Dems on their continuation of the greatest witch hunt in American history. And good question, how can they be do-nothing Dems if they did something? You can't have it both ways. They did something. They impeached you. So a little bit of hypocrisy right there. And of course, I think there's something like 600 bills that have been passed in one branch of government that Mitch McConnell is holding up to make it seem like the Democrats are not actually passing anything when they literally passed 600 things. So basically, you know, they let Democrats pass all these bills, and then one man is able to hold all these bills up, and then they can claim the Democrats don't actually pass anything. That's how politics works, folks. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? I like presidents who weren't impeached. That's just me, you know. I think a wise man said that one time. And you know what? Because of the impeachment shit, I saw Mike Pence trending. And people were saying some really fucking negative things about Mike Pence. And I, for one, found that incredibly disrespectful. Because this dude is a war hero who lost both his shins killing 50 men in the war. So, I think Hank's wife, you guys need to have a little more respect, in my opinion. Right there, Cotton. And then the Republicans were fucking up there comparing goddamn Trump to Jesus. Talking about no shame what the fuck so ever.
Before you take this historic vote today, 1 week before Christmas, I want you to keep this in mind. When Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. During that sham trial, Pontius Pilate afforded more rights to Jesus than the Democrats have afforded this president in this process. I yield back.
The president was given the opportunity to come and testify before the Judiciary Committee, to send his counsel, to question witnesses. He declined to do so.
Before you take this historic vote today,
So there he is, comparing Trump to fucking Jesus, and you know what? Apparently, a lot of Republicans were upset with the GOP representatives for doing that. God damn it, Cat. You just spilled my fucking goddamn shit everywhere all over me. Fuck. Now I got goddamn cola running all over the fucking place. Motherfucker. Why? Why though? Why would you do this to me? I was in the middle of a hilarious joke. I was about to kill this hilarious joke in front of the fucking world. Now I fucking got shit all over me. God fucking damn it, my life. This is the fun of doing the show with 11 cats running around. Fuck yeah, Cult Dusty is awesome. Hell yeah. Gonna finish this joke up after I clean my mouse off. Got cola all over it. Alright. Anyway, so they was mad at the GOP representatives for comparing Donald Trump to Jesus Christ, and they were angrily pointing out that one of these men was sent by God himself to save the world from evil, and the other was just some shitty carpenter. So why are you comparing the two? Fuck that. And anyway, nailed it. Nailed that joke flawlessly, didn't I? No distractions whatsoever with that one. And man, it's just getting crazier and crazier with these right-wing shitheads. And here's Jonathan Shuttleworth saying he'll continue to support Trump even if he's found running a dog-fighting ring on Mother Teresa's grave. These are the good guys, folks, aren't they? Let's have a listen.
Here's another one. Put the another drag queen sexual predator found grooming children in Texas elementary school. Okay. Sex crime. Another drag queen sexual predator found grooming children in Texas elementary school that they had. Look at this. I don't care if you found out that Trump fights dogs every weekend in the White House. I don't care if you find out that Donald Trump runs a dog fighting ring on Princess Diana's grave in England. That does not outweigh this. President Trump has been found running a dog fighting ring on Princess Diana's on Mother Teresa's grave while having affairs with women. It doesn't outweigh this.
That's right, folks. It's the drag queens that you should really be worried about. Who cares if Donald Trump tortures animals? It don't matter. Drag queens. Be very afraid. Like, it's not conservatives that are usually the ones fucking children, is it? Right? It's not like Jeffrey Epstein had 17 different contact information for Donald Trump, which he did. Look it up. 17 different contacts for Donald Trump. Hell no, it's not like the Catholic Church is the one raping children all over the place. It's the goddamn drag queens you should be afraid of. So they're just trying to extract you. That's all the fuck they do. And these fucking shithead radio host in Colorado, you know Colorado, where they've had multiple school shootings. He's like, the host, Chuck Bono, was opening a segment of the Chuck and Julie show Tuesday afternoon when he said they would be discussing the never-ending impeachment of Donald Trump. His wife, co-host, laughed before Bono added, you know, you wish for a nice school shooting to interrupt the monotony. Yeah, isn't that right? Wouldn't we prefer some school shootings? Because this is so fucking boring. Having to cover this impeachment. Just kill some kids. And they were canceled immediately. The radio hosts were like, oh, fuck now. Canceled the shit out of them. And exactly like they should. But, you know, somehow they think that they're the fucking good guys here, folks. And speaking of them thinking they're the good guys, man, conservatives, they're just fucking going crazy with this shit. This is Daily Wire host, which is Ben Shapiro's bullshit. Got connected directly to Ben Shapiro. This is the kind of shit they're going out there saying.
The Democrats have impeached President Trump. So what happens now? At this point, I'm actually half hoping that the Senate convicts just so that President Pence can then institute a full-on Handmaid's Tale style dystopian Puritan tyranny. Not because anybody wants that to happen, least of all Mike Pence, but just because it would totally own the libs.
That's right. I wish Pence would get in fucking office and then let women be raped and turn into incubators to own the libs. Wouldn't that fucking be hilarious? Oh my god, dudes. Fuck. Holy shit, man. Where are the anti-SJWs at? The whole fucking community that rose up, and that's why these guys are even popular right now, because the anti-SJW community paved the way for these motherfuckers. Gotta start speaking out against this shit, in my opinion. Crazy as shit. Speaking of people attached to Ben Shapiro, here's Ben Shapiro him fucking self saying some crazy shit about it. Let's listen.
Michelle Wolf championing the abortion. I mean, this is a shift in the language, in the tone, in the tenor of the left. And then you wonder why evangelical Christians support President Trump. You don't have to like President Trump's treatment of women. You don't have to like the fact that he says nasty things about people. You don't have to like a lot of things about the dude. But if the alternative is a Democratic Party that thinks that that is funny, a Democratic Party and an entire political wing of the United States that cheers and laughs when a human being says about the killing of an unborn human being that that killing made her feel powerful like God, like that's... I will vote for pretty much anything before I vote for anybody who laughs at that joke. I mean, that, like, really. I'll vote for pretty much, and evangelical Christians feel the same. See, what the left wants to do is say you have no moral standards if you vote for President Trump because President Trump is a bad man who's done bad things. Okay, well, then what does it make you to vote for people who want abortion on demand all the way up to point of birth and who refuse to even acknowledge the humanity of a baby 5 seconds before it comes through a mother's vaginal canal? Like, you're going to have to explain that one to me. Which is more immoral? Voting for a president who has allegedly sexually harassed women, or voting for somebody who has pledged to make abortion on demand not only legal across the country, but celebrated in our culture?
The abortion on demand one, because women should be able to decide what they want to do with their own bodies. You can't force them to be incubators. And the only time anybody agrees with late-term abortions is when the mother's life is in danger, right? So the mother should be able to decide whether she wants to die or not. She should not have to die for the baby, in my opinion. And obviously, evil people, evil, you're the evil ones. Are you the baddies? Think you might be. And gotta see this. I'm gonna cover some more Trump shit real quick. Oh my fucking God. So anyway, I guess this woman didn't suck Trump's dick enough. So basically, he's given a campaign rally and suggested that her dead husband might be in hell. You know, because this is what you want from awesome man of God, right?
You ever hear of her, Michigan? Debbie Dingle, that's a real beauty. So she calls me up like 8 months ago. Her husband was there a long time. But I didn't give him the B treatment. I didn't give him the C or the D. I could have. Nobody would have, you know. I gave the A+ treatment. Take down the flags. Why are you taking them down? For ex-Congressman Dingle. Oh, okay. Do this, do that, do that. Rotunda, everything. I gave him everything. That's okay. I don't want anything for it. I don't need anything for anything. She calls me up. It's the nicest thing that's ever happened. Thank you so much. John would be so thrilled. He's looking down. He'd be so thrilled. Thank you so much, sir. I said, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Maybe he's looking up. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he's in hell. Yeah, let's cheer about that. Yeah. This congresswoman didn't do exactly what I want her to do. She shit on me a little bit. So let me make a joke about her husband being in hell while she's still grieving over it. Yeah, because I'm a good person. Cheer. Good God, people that support Trump are just pieces of shit. Reminder that 2 of the things that President Andrew Johnson was impeached for was insulting Congress and bringing disgrace to the presidency. So then this clip seems like a 2-for-1 situation. Totally fucking agree. And then they asked his surrogates about this to defend this. And she's like, Stephanie Grisham asked on ABC about the president's comments last night, suggesting that late Representative John Dingell was in hell, said Trump is a counterpuncher who is under attack. So yeah, her argument is that John Dingell punched Trump from the afterlife. I'm just counterpunching this dead guy who has nothing to do with everything, right? I'm just shitting on the memory of him to upset his grieving wife because I'm the good guy. I'm a counterpuncher. If you support Trump, you should be ashamed. You're a part of the problem. Go fuck yourself. And just gets worse and worse, folks. So, actually, this is a good news. This is good news for once. Hey, baby. Here's Miss Misty. She's the mama of all the kitties. She's not really the mama, but she thinks she's the mama. And she loves her some daddy. So, if you want to know where your money goes to when you donate and do the super chats, it goes to these little fellas. Can you hear her purring? Can you hear her purring? Can we hear it? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but she's just purring away, and she loves her daddy. She likes laying on my chest all night long and getting petted, don't you? You love getting some petties, don't you? You sweet ass thing. All right, you gotta go away for a minute, okay? Love you though. Love you. Anyway, this is actually good news. Fucking Christianity Today called for Trump's removal. Finally, a few Christians speaking out about it. She right back, baby. I know you love me and everything, but I'm doing a live show right now. I know I can't really have you rug up against my mic. All right, just sit right in my lap. Just lay down. Don't put your ass in my face though. Like, don't put your ass in, like, no, don't put your ass in my, all right, I'm sorry, you gotta go, baby. I'm sorry, but I can't have you here right now. I love you though. She won't take no for an answer. She's like, fuck that, you're gonna pet me. Don't come right back. No, don't come back. Let me do my show. Sorry. Anyway, actually good news. Christianity Today calling for Trump's removal, and what they said I thought was pretty cool. Here's just a little excerpt from the article about it. They're like, too many evangelicals who continue to support Mr. Trump in spite of his blackened moral record. We might say this: remember who you are and whom you serve. Consider how your justification of Mr. Trump influences your witness to your Lord and Savior. Consider what an unbelieving world will say if you continue to brush off Mr. Trump's immoral words and behavior in the cause of political expediency. If we don't reverse course now, will anyone take anything we say about justice and righteousness with any seriousness for decades to come? No. The damage has already been done, though. Like, you guys have already fucked yourself, right? We will be throwing your words, we'll be throwing Trump's words back in your face forever. When Democrats get in office and you try to be morally outraged by the things they do, we're going to bring up Trump repeatedly to you. You will not have a leg to stand on. You've already fucked yourself so bad. It's awesome. Can we say with a straight face that abortion is a great evil that cannot be tolerated, and with the same straight face say that the bent and broken character of our nation's leader doesn't really matter in the end? You shouldn't be able to, but you do. And, of course, people were pissed at this magazine. Christians all over the country were mad. Oh, my God. What the fuck? You speaking out against Trump. You're goddamn godless. But nope. It's you motherfuckers who are godless. Well, you're not actually godless. If you were godless, that would actually be better, right? You'd be atheist, and you might have some fucking morals. But you're a god fool, which is actually part of the problem because he doesn't exist, and you're just dumb as fuck. And of course, Trump is like, as a far-left magazine, or very progressive, as some would call it. Yep, you guys know it. Radical left-wing magazine checks notes. Christianity Today. So goddamn progressive and left-wing, but that's just Trump's mentality, right? Anybody, like literally anybody who speaks out against him is on the left. Doesn't fucking matter who you are. It's all he's got to say. They're left-wing progressive. And his fans like, yeah, Christianity Today are a bunch of fucking Marxist communists. When nothing could be further from the truth. They're obviously a right-wing magazine. And who are just trying to have a little bit of moral standards. But it works. Got to hand it to Trump. His grift works over and over and over again. But I agree with Robert McGuire here. Says the president, who paid hush money to a porn star over an affair he had while his third wife nursed his fifth child, and admitted on camera in front of a live audience that he's never asked God for forgiveness for anything, is trying to give a religion lecture to Christianity Today. And don't believe me? He actually does say that right here.
Vincent Peale, Frank, would give a sermon. I'm telling you, I still remember his sermons. It was unbelievable. And what he would do is he'd bring real-life situations, modern-day situations, into the sermon. And you could listen to him all day long. When you left the church, you were disappointed that it was over. He was the greatest guy. And then, you know, he passed away, but he was a great... He wrote The Power of Positive Thinking, which is a great book.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so.
Yeah, never ask God for forgiveness. So yeah, that's kind of an integral part of being a Christian, isn't it? Asking for forgiveness of your sin and asking Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior. So by his own admission, he's not a Christian. But of course, Trump supporters will just ignore that because they don't really give a fuck, to be honest with you. He's on their team, and that's all that matters to him. Pure tribalism, right? And but at least a few Christians were speaking out, which I was heartened to see. You know, like Ryan Knight. Thank you to all the Christians who are speaking out against Trump. This is long overdue and will go a long way to bringing this country back together. There is nothing Christian about Trump. He is a false prophet who used your religion to rise to power. Exactly fucking right. At least he got 10,000 likes for this one. You know, most of them are not supporting Christianity today. At least a few of them are. So that's good to see. And Here's Mr. Free Speech. Goddamn Mr. Free Speech. So, some protesters at a rally in Michigan held up a sign that said, down the kind of fire. And of course, boo, gotta rip the sign down. Gotta rip it down immediately. Imagine if liberals were ripping a conservative sign down and then kicking them out of the audience for protesting, you know? Crowder would be like, oh my God, see how much they hate free speech? The violent, intolerant left. But here's Trump will be like, get them out of there, get them out of there. We can't have people protesting. We can't have people asserting their First Amendment rights to protest.
That's all right. Get her out.
Get her out. Kick her out. Can't have that. Fuck that. Get her out. Yep. Just hypocrites. That's all they do is be hypocrites all day long. And, good Lord, this guy is the leader of the fucking free world, folks. How is this real life right now?
Showers, all of this stuff. I did a lot of it. No water comes out. You have areas where there's so much water you don't know what to do with it. You turn on the shower, you're not allowed to have any water anymore. I mean, we do a lot of it. Dishwashers, we did the dishwasher, right? You press it. Remember the dishwasher, you'd press it, boom, there'd be like an explosion. 5 minutes later, you open it up, the steam pours out, the dishes. Now you press it 12 times. Women tell me, again, you know, they give you 4 drops of water. And
women tell me. You know, the ones that wash the dishes. Women tell me. I've never actually washed a fucking dish in my life, obviously, but the fucking women tell me the dishwashers don't have any water in them anymore. It's just so funny. It's so funny, that just blatant, outright misogyny.
They're in places where there's so much water, they don't know what to do with it. So we just came out with a reg on dishwashers.
Imagine in a world where 45,000 Americans are dying every year from lack of health care, our ally, Saudi Arabia, is murdering American journalists and Trump's covering for them. He's distracting people with dishwashers, with toilets, with showers. That's the real important issues he needs to be tackling, isn't it, folks? Let's have him in there for 4 more years. It's just fucking so absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, guess I'll stop here and read the chats real fucking quick. Got another 50 minutes into the show. Lots more stuff to cover, but moving along quite nicely, I might add. Yeah, my mom would have called him Mr. Trump. Sad. Sad to hear that. Damn old people. Sargon also needs to... Okay, fuck Sargon. Feel the burn. Definitely feel the burn. We're going to talk about Bernie a little bit in a second. He killed it at the recent debate. We're going to show a clip of him in a minute. Trump is going straight to hell. There's no hell. But if there was a hell, he'd definitely go, Misty! Keep them fuzzies safe, warm and loved. I will. Love my fucking cats. We're about to adopt 4 more cats, actually. So, we have somebody who rescued another cat that's going to have kittens, and we're going to try to find actually homes for these new kittens, but the ones that we can't find homes for, we're going to keep. So, in the next coming up shows, you guys are going to see a bunch of cute-ass little kittens. It'll be fucking awesome. This shit is bizarre, cult to dusty. I know, man. It's like, how is this fucking real life? But it is. Just can't let it get to you. Can't let it get oppressed. Dunk on Tim Pool. I always dunk on Tim Pool, don't I? I dunked on it earlier. You watch his latest video where he was basically lying and painting the one-sided picture of the whole JK Rowling situation to make it look like she was just speaking out for women's rights and the scientific reality that sex can't be changed, but absolutely not what was being discussed whatsoever, as I showed you guys. 4 more cats! 4 more cats! I know, it's going to be cute as fuck. Can't wait for that. Love me some goddamn kittens. I remember one time I took a month off from making videos just to play with kittens. That's an awesome life, in my goddamn opinion. Let me check the super chats. Super chats. Super chats. Small super chat, because I only have 10 pounds to a homeless, or I gave 10 pounds to a homeless. All right, that's cool. You are amazing for doing that. Got to help the homeless people as much as you can. Really appreciate that. Amy Penrose, $5. Do you sell shirts for the rescue? I do have shirts that I sell on my Teespring account. So usually in the description of the video, I may have forgot to put it in the description of this video. Not sure if I forgot or not, but anyway, in most of the videos there's a link to it, so you guys check that out. And all the money goes to my rescue, of course. I should put cats or something on there, but Norway kroners, $75 from, or 75 kroners from Nora, which I think is about $15 maybe, $15. Appreciate that, Nora. Really generous. Oceanist, $10. Bless you, y'all. Dusty, I want your dick. I know, right? It's a big, sexy, uncircumcised dick, like 7 inches, but it's fat and gets the job done, so I don't blame you. But too much information. Cam Ruby, 1999. Thank you, Cam Ruby. That's very generous of you. I very much appreciate that. And that's all the super chats for now. Please support the show. The super chats have been down on the show. And if I don't make enough money to do this show, I'll have to do something else. And that will be a shame because I am good at this. You know it's true. So please, more super chats. Would really appreciate that. Moving on with the show. Alright, I'll just continue on the show because I have so much shit to cover. And I only got like 45 minutes to fucking cover it. So anyway, Bernie Sanders points out all the people saying the economy's doing so great. Oh my God, the economy's doing so fucking great, right? Low unemployment rates. The stock market has never done better. Bullshit to all that.
Trump goes around saying the economy is doing great. You know what? Real inflation accounted for wages went up last year? 1.1%. That ain't great. Tonight, while 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of America, 500,000 Americans, including 30,000 veterans, are sleeping out on the streets. Today in America, we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country on earth. More income and wealth inequality since the 1920s. We need an economy that works for working families, not just the 1%. That is what our campaign is about.
I mean, yeah, unemployment's low, but you have to have 4 jobs to make it. That ain't good. That ain't fucking good at all. And Bernie Sanders, dead on. Here's a prediction. We are going to win, pass the Green New Deal, and criminally prosecute the fossil fuel executives who destroy the planet. Hope to see that shit. I think Bernie Sanders might be our last chance, in my opinion. And good news is, Military Times poll shows 50% of active duty service members have unfavorable view of Trump, which, you know, is still too low. It should be all of them. It's obvious Trump doesn't give a shit about the military. He's just using you guys as a background to promote his own greatness. Quit being fucking bootlickers. But anyway, only 42% approve, so that's a lot lower than I thought it would be. Glad to see that fucking drop in, and guess I'll skip that one for now. Washington legislator Max Shea accused of domestic terrorism because the Republicans are not sending their fucking best. And talking about the war on Christmas, we talked about this a little bit in the last little short video I put out about Eric Trump Jr. This is the kind of crazy shit they're saying. You know who else didn't like Christmas? The devil.
Christmas is the worst case scenario for this leftist. Just a little historical tidbit, by the way. You know who else considered Christmas to be the worst case scenario? The devil, that's who. Another leftist on Twitter, has hundreds of thousands of followers, Amy Vanderpool, tweeted out, quote, Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch just appeared on Fox and Friends this morning, making a point to parrot the Merry Christmas talking point of the GOP. Merry Christmas is now a GOP talking point, according to mainstream leftists.
It is. The talking point is that there actually is a war on Christmas when they're not. This is a lie the GOP is making up to pretend that something is happening when it's not. But this guy is going to completely misrepresent what this woman is saying because they're liars who lie, right?
If he's willing to go on Fox and throw a shout out to Republican narratives, what else is he willing to do? Republican narratives. Merry Christmas is a Republican narrative now?
Yes, it is.
That used to be kind of the basic thing that would unite us all, okay? Even if we disagreed over tax rates or something. At least you could all wish each other a Merry Christmas.
You can. That's not what she's saying. She's saying the Republican narrative is pretending that anybody gives a shit that you say Merry Christmas, and they don't. I'm an atheist. Most of my friends are fucking atheists. Most of the people I associate with are atheists and on the left, and nobody gives a fuck if you say Merry Christmas. No one has ever given a fuck if you say Merry Christmas. Most of us celebrate Christmas with our families. That is the Republican narrative, but he's pretending now like, oh my God, they think it's a fucking Republican narrative that you can even say Merry Christmas. No, you're lying. You're a fucking lying shithead. Is anybody falling for this? They are, though. That's the sad part. They're falling for it.
Now, Merry Christmas. Total right-wing talking point.
Yes.
Now, the logical conclusion of that, by the way, is that if conservatives lose, if the left gets their way, there's no more Merry Christmas.
No.
It's funny because this woman, Amy Vanderpool, is actually legitimating the war on Christmas narrative.
Oh, God.
So often the left says there's no such thing as a war on Christmas, even though
not.
obviously there is.
No.
They rename Christmas trees holiday trees. Corporate America bans the word Christmas from their Christmas sales and their Christmas marketing.
No.
Starbucks gets rid of anything that might in any way invoke Christmas on their coffee
Lies.
cups a few years ago. Then they learned their lesson. They brought some of it back.
No, they didn't.
Obviously, there's a war on Christmas. They usually deny it. Now they're not denying it. Amy Vanderpool is saying, yeah, Merry Christmas is a Republican talking point. I hate that a Supreme Court justice said Merry Christmas on television.
That's not
this
what
is
she
a
said at
worst-case
all.
scenario.
That's not what she said at all. She said you guys are spreading this narrative that the war on Christmas is a real thing when it's fucking not. You're just trying to spread fear to your low-information voters, and she's calling you out for it, and you're lying. You're doing exactly what she accused you of doing. You're proving her fucking point. And the sad thing is that it's working. That's how fucking dumb this goddamn country is. And speaking of how dumb this fucking country is, oh my fucking God. This is Meghan McCain. Good morning to all the fellow conservative girls who won't be quiet. Remember she got told by Whoopi Goldberg on The View last week to be quiet? So she's like, yeah, I'm basically Daenerys. I won't be quiet. And this comment's pretty funny. Got 25,000 likes. Oh, look, a Republican identifies with a rich white lady who acted like a savior, then killed a bunch of innocent poor people. Yep. Like last time they were comparing Trump to Thanos, the bad guy in the Marvel movie who snapped his finger and killed half the life in the universe. And now they're comparing themselves to Daenerys, who went nuts and murdered a bunch of innocent people and children. How do you not know you're the bad guys? You're like literally identifying as the bad guys now, pretending you're the good guys. It's just insanity of the highest goddamn order. And you guys see this shit? Booger Eating Nick, one of the new leaders on the right of the gropers. The right is eating themselves, folks. The right is eating themselves, folks. Here's him confronting Ben Shapiro as Ben Shapiro walks across the street with his children. Look how high school this shit is.
It's great to see you. Why did you give a 45-minute speech about me at Stanford, and you won't even look in my direction? Come on, I'm right here. Hold me with facts and logic. Hey, let him cross, man.
Let him cross.
I know you're with your family, but I can't get you anywhere else. A 45-minute speech? Hey, let him cross. Wow. Well, that's our free speech warrior, everybody.
It's just, look at, this is like every, would you stop, baby? Stop knocking my light over, please. I'm doing a show here, okay? I know you want to lick your crotch, but can you lick your crotch somewhere else that's not around my light? That'd be great, thank you. But look how much this is like a scene out of a bully high school movie. He's like, hey, where you going, little Benny Shapiro? Why don't you come and talk? Hey, we're just joking around with you. We're just joking around with you. I mean, holy shit. This is so fucking amazing that this is real life. But like, if the left were doing this, they would be saying, the left is eating themselves. Look, the left is cannibalizing themselves. When the right is dead, they never say that shit. They have a totally different fucking set of rules and slightly offensive. Outside the Turning Point USA event in Palm Beach, controversial figure, booger-eating Nick Fuentes, confronted Ben Shapiro while he walked across the street with his wife and kids. Ben Shapiro ignored Nick and walked into the Hilton Hotel. So, funny thing is, I saw Ian Miles Wrong, the wrongest one on the internet. He played this clip, and then people were like, the right is eating themselves. And he was like, booger-eating Nick is not on the right. Yes, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, he is. It's like anybody they disagree with is not part of their crew. It's a great way to make sure that you don't have to ever criticize your own side, isn't it? Just, speaking of Meghan McCain, she watched this clip. She deleted this after she realized what she did, but she tweeted out this. Not only is this sick, but it accomplished absolutely nothing except possibly traumatizing Ben Shapiro's children. He's walking with his pregnant wife and kids. Accosting them like this is repulsive. This is awful, but tragically commonplace for conservatives in liberal spaces. Talking about a know-nothing woman. Absolutely know-nothing. Her first instinct, of course, is to blame this on the left, right? This is a liberal. Booger Eating Nick is not a liberal. He's far right. But of course, nope. He's obviously got to be a liberal. I got to use this to shit on liberals. Got to use my cognitive dissonance to find a way to shit on liberals for this, even those conservatives doing this. Yeah, too bad your father is not allowed to see this, to see what a fucking shame you have become. My father. And It's just sad, though, to see how many people get brainwashed by this fucking bullshit. Here's a black guy. I like this Nick Fuentes guy a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Patriot J. Patriot J is a rap star the right wing deserves. Follow God Freestyle out now. He's black, and this point got pointed out. Nick Fuentes literally thinks that a white person and a black person having sex is akin to bestiality. I played the clip before where he said it. He thinks that black people and white people having sex is bestiality because he considers black people to be beasts. Imagine being such a fucking sellout that you goddamn support a guy who thinks you're an animal. Talking about a fucking Uncle Tom. I don't care if people get mad at me for saying that or not. He's a fucking Uncle Tom. You'd have to be a fucking Uncle Tom to support a guy who thinks you're a fucking beast. A total fucking racist. Seriously, right? And then he'd be like, all right, look, you guys, in the life lesson. Just because I like Nick Fuentes doesn't mean I agree with him 100% of what he says. Yeah, man. Just because he thinks I'm literally an animal on the same level as a fucking beast doesn't mean I can't like him. Well, all right. Well, that's just, think you might be a sellout a little bit, dude. Think you might want to reevaluate your life choices. But it's obviously just doing that to pander. A lot of these black people say that they can make money by selling out their own race, by selling out their own people, by selling out their own side. And it's sad, but it's very commonplace, unfortunately. These people get rewarded over and over again. Like this guy, I'm sure, will get rewarded for this. The world continuously rewards bad behavior, so they'll continue to do it as long as people reward it. And speaking of which, I see a little bit of fuckery here. Here's TJ from 2016. He blocks anyone who follows me, I believe. That's how intolerant he is. Talking about Steve Shives. Chris says, I never even tweeted about Steve. And he blocked me at Drunken Peasants. Yeah, he blocks anybody that follows me. That's how intolerant he is. TJ 2019. I blocked all of Dusty's followers because I no longer wish to be exposed to toxic stupidity. I think you might be a little bit of a hypocrite there, TJ. Think you might be a little bit of a goddamn hypocrite. Just fucking say it, dude. Just fucking say it. And here's people are like, yeah, wow, I guess the Amazing Atheist really does automatically block anybody who follows Cult of Dusty. We never had any sort of argument or anything. We were always on good terms. And Baller says, I never even follow the guy, and he has blocked me. And Ty 2005 watched him for 10 years, and he has me blocked. And Cedar says, I've never once tweeted at him, but he blocked me. And here's TJ back in 2016. Prediction. When he's finally blocked everyone else, Steve Shives will end it all by blocking himself from all his accounts. Yeah. Think you might owe Steve Shives an apology, TJ. Definitely think he does, which is what I said. Where did I say it at? Somewhere down here I fucking said this shit. Where the hell did I? Maybe I said it under this tweet. I don't know. I said it somewhere down here that I think he owes Steve Shives an apology, and he actually responded by saying, tell Steve Shives to unblock me, and I will apologize to him. But I'm pretty sure that since Steve Shives follows me, and you have blocked everybody that follows me, that you and Steve Shives are probably blocking each other. So your little block bot would just automatically reblock him because he's on the list, even if he did unblock you. So you can't do that. So a little bit of hypocrisy from TJ. He hasn't had a shit on TJ a little bit. So if you're on Twitter and you're blocked by TJ, that's why he's so butthurt by me that he blocked every goddamn body that follows me. Classic TJ! And holy shit, you guys see this one? So this is the Profane Feminist. I just found out that my cousin was shot and killed last night in a murder-suicide committed by her boyfriend. She has 3 kids under the age of 12. Domestic violence kills women. Does anyone fucking care? And I actually looked it up. She posted the picture of the woman who supposedly died. I looked it up, and the woman was killed in a murder-suicide. And so I assume this is real. And so anyway, what happened was a lot of men were coming into our feed, and they were basically telling her, well, don't blame all men for this. I'm the exception to the rule. I'm the exception of men that are good that you shouldn't hate. So then she pointed out later that she was making a joke about it. She clearly pointed out she was making a joke, and I'll show you. The joke was, she said, I hate men, and no, I won't apologize for that statement or make qualifications. If you feel the need to point out the exceptions, you aren't the exception. She was basically saying here that if you're one of the men that are coming to her feed that tell her that you're the exception to the rule, then that makes her hate you too. She was just trying to be fun, basically trying to use humor to get over the pain, right? It's like a rape victim who makes a joke about their own rape to try to, you know, alleviate their own pain a little bit. So, of course, Blair White comes on there and says, sounds like you need some dick. Oh, my God, Blair fucking White. Dude. Could you be any more fucking trash? To which she responds, I honestly can't imagine how sociopathic one has to be. I can't see. Move out of the way, cat. Cat, move out of the way. Cat, move. Thank you. Can't fucking see what I'm doing. Honestly can't imagine how sociopathic one has to be to tell a grieving person this, but you do you. And look, I know Blair White didn't take 5 seconds to check what this woman was talking about, to see if she was joking, to see if there was some context before she came and posted this. She's just trying to get social media points from her anti-SJW crowd, right? I understand that. But that's the problem. The problem is she is so ignorant and so reactionary and ready to jump on anything she thinks can score her points that she doesn't even bother to check. And also, after she was told what happened, she leaves this up so that the 2,600 people that like it can also come and shit on this person who is grieving. Because she don't give a fuck. She's absolutely trash. And why does it look like she's holding a mask of her face on here? She's starting to look, I don't know. I'm just going to predict that in 5 years, she's going to look like Michael Jackson. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be that mean, but just might want to lay off the plastic surgery a little bit. Just a little bit. Not trying to be that mean about it. But anyway, she's trash anyway. So, not because of her looks. Because of her personality. Classic fucking Blair White, though. Anyway, let me stop and check the chats real quick. What you guys got to think about Blair White? Are you super huge fans of Blair White? Or is she a little bit trash, in my opinion? Wow, no tact at all. Yep, Blair's gross. Agreed. I'm a nice guy. Open doors for chicks. TJ is my lamest block. Blocked me. Yeah, TJ's pretty lame for blocking everybody. TJ Shives. They call me Shy. Everybody's like, oh my God, Dusty's the new Steve Shives. They don't say that about TJ, do they? Because there's a double standard about all this shit. Even though I don't block motherfuckers, right? I dish it out and I fucking take it. Because that's what you got to be able to do. So much fuckery. Agree. So much fuckery. Nick Flint, they're like, not to Ben Shapiro. Yeah, how do you be worse than Ben Shapiro? It's crazy. Jesus Christ. Yep, cat wants to be petted. The cat's like in front of the TV that's even in front of me. I do have another cat in my lap right now, though. Misty's back in my lap. As long as you don't rub up against the microphone, though. That's cool, Misty. You can just chill out here for me. Dusty, you should check out Sam Cedar's segment on the War on Christmas on CNN. A nobody but a goodie. All right, I'll check that out. Bring PV on the show. Yeah, a lot of people want me to bring a progressive voice on the show. I had a lot of requests for that, so maybe I'll think about doing that. I heard that Progressive Voice and Destiny had a debate recently, and I heard that even though Progressive Voice didn't seem like they were very confident, they held their own and did really well against Destiny. I have not seen that debate yet, but I would check that out, and if Progressive Voice wants to come on the show, I might have them on for a segment if you guys would like to see that. Let's see. Oh, I block MFers. I don't really block anybody because I don't really give a shit, right? I dish all the shit out, and I can take it. It's all good to me. All right, check the super chats. Super chats, live play of the show. Nuberific, $2, but Dusty, Blair is hot, so debunked. LOL, JK. I mean, yeah, I guess. She's not my type. Like, I don't really like that Barbie doll looking type. It just doesn't interest me. But some guys like that, I guess. Some people like that, so it's all good. Beta Ray, Beta. Tasty, give me $2. Can't wait for Xfinity abortion on demand. I know, right? Where do I sign up? I want another abortion. I've already had 3 this month. I need a 4th abortion. Stat. Joshua Gonzalez, $4.99. I don't agree with everything you say. Well, fuck you. Why not? I'm amazing. Dusty, but in the end of the day, you do a lot of good. Hope this helps your pets, and Merry Christmas. Hell yeah, I'm going to marry the fuck out of Christmas. I thank you, Joshua Gonzalez. Appreciate that. $14.99 for Cam Ruby, who was amazing. Great support of the show. Really appreciate the Cam Ruby. Liberals renamed Christmas trees pine trees. I know, right? It was actually the Christians who renamed the Christmas trees because it was fucking pagan. It even says in the Bible you're not supposed to have them. It literally talks about the pagans who cut down trees and adorn them and how that's evil in the Bible. But leave it to Christians. They're able to read the Bible. They don't give a shit. And Joshua Gonzalez, $3.99. Thank you for that. And Jeannie Rude, $2. I do love Bernie. More money for naughty kiddies. They also naughty, but they also very nice too. So appreciate that. Google Maury Buchkin. All right, let me see. Maury Buchkin. Search Google for Maury Buchkin. American social theorist, author, orator, historian, and political philosopher, pioneer in the ecology movement. Buchkin formulated developed the theory of social ecology and urban planning, within anarchist, libertarian, socialist, and ecological thought. All right. I will check him more out later. Thank you for that. And what else we got here? All right. Already all my super chats. But Dusty Blair is so hot. Debunked. Yep. I read that. All right. More super chats, please, if you can. Really appreciate it. Hell, even Shoe on Head stopped talking to her. Did she? I saw Shoe on Head like retweet and take up for her like just maybe a month or two ago. So maybe she's getting better, but like I don't know. I have my doubts. I hope Jacqueline Glenn wakes up to that shit. So disappointed in Jacqueline Glenn. Come on, girl. I gave Jacqueline Glenn tens of thousands of dollars. I didn't give it to her. She earned it by selling t-shirts. But I've supported her with my company, which is pretty much the same thing. All right. Let's move on with the show. What else we got here? How long we got? Another 30 minutes? All right. I got plenty of material for 30 minutes. Fuck yeah. Gonna bang this shit out. All right. Did you guys see this shit? First off, this commercial aired during the Democratic national debates, which I thought was fucking awesome. This is Ronald Reagan's son, shitty President Ronald Reagan, who has an amazing son, Ronald Reagan Jr. And this commercial actually aired during the Democratic debate, which I thought was cool as fuck. What the fuck? Where's the audio? Why no audio? What happened to the audio? Oh, what? Okay, there we go. The fuck? How long has that been turned off? Hopefully you guys have been able to hear me for a while. Let's try that again.
Hi, I'm Ron Reagan, an unabashed atheist, and I'm alarmed by the intrusions of religion into our secular government. That's why I'm asking you to support the Freedom from Religion Foundation, the nation's largest and most effective association of atheists and agnostics, working to keep state and church separate, just like our founding fathers intended. Please support the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Ron Reagan, lifelong atheist, not afraid of burning in hell.
I love that. Not afraid of burning in hell. Fuck all y'all. You ain't gonna scare me with your God. Like that old Chili Pepper song says, I will be your heretic. I'm just reading the chat, making sure that you guys could hear me the whole time. All right, cool. All right, awesome. Got it going on like Cheech and Chong smoking a bong. All right, and then Bernie. I don't know if you guys saw this during the Democratic debates, but holy fucking shit, Bernie went savage. Love to see it. My man Bernie bringing the fucking house down with the truth.
Rather proud, maybe, I don't know, the only candidate up here doesn't have any billionaire contributions. But you know what I do have? We have received more contributions from more individuals than any candidate in the history of the United States of America at this point in an election, averaging $18 apiece. Now, there's a real competition going on up here. My good friend Joe, and he is a good friend, he's received contributions from 44 billionaires. Pete, on the other hand, is trailing Pete. You only got 39 billionaires contributing. So, Pete, we look forward to you. I know you're an energetic guy and a competitive guy to see if you can take on Joe on that issue. But what is not a laughing matter, my friends. This is why 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half.
Yep.
This is why Amazon and other major corporations pay 0 in federal taxes.
Yep.
We need to get money out of politics. We should run our campaigns on that basis.
Yep, absolutely. The billionaires, they're buying them up. They buy out the politicians. It's the reason they're giving you all this money, because you're beholden to them afterwards. It's absolutely why. And they know that since you're beholden to them, you will never hold them accountable to pay the taxes they fucking owe. And this is why they literally pay 0 in taxes. Bernie is absolutely fucking right here. Good Lord, he might be the last fucking hope. And Buttigieg, he fucking got owned during the debate repeatedly by fucking everybody. And this guy is like, I think he might be a serial killer. Like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. Watch him as Liz Warren's giving him shit about his wine cave.
Had a fundraiser
Watch him.
that was held in a wine cave full of crystals and served
ready to murder.
$900 a bottle of wine. Think about who comes to that. He had promised.
I gotta stop myself. I don't want to see me doing that.
But this one was
I want to murder her where she stands. Yep, I know you do. I know you do, evil Morty. Totally evil Morty. Go earn some more money in your wine cave, Buttigieg. And Holy shit. Jane Lynch. You guys know who Jane fucking Lynch is? She was on, what the fuck was that show? Not High School Musical. It was the other one they were singing. But anyway, she's also on the Fabulous Mrs. Maisel. And she's been on a bunch of shit. What a tone-deaf fucking goddamn take if I've ever fucking seen one. Hello, everyone. Billionaires in wine caves have as much right to say who gets to be president as waitresses in diners and plumbers in my bathroom. Class warfare is ugly, Elizabeth Warren. Thanks for listening, everyone. She got 56,000 likes for this, folks. Good goddamn. What a stupid fucking take. The whole point is they have more say. They have all the say because money is free speech. And if you have more money, 3 men have more money than the bottom 50% of America, they have all the fucking power. They're the ones who fucking decide, right? Hard to believe this had 56,000 likes. That's very depressing. But just like Bree Newsom Bass says, billionaires in wine caves have way more say about who gets to be president than waitresses and plumbers, precisely because they're billionaires who can throw lavish parties, buy politicians, and subvert democracy. Class warfare is waged against the poor, not the wealthy. Hell yeah. And Jane Lynch, I have no fucking respect for you. I'm not watching the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel again. Not watching anything you're fucking on. Boycott your dumbass. Fuck you. You're so scared that you might have to pay a few extra dollars in taxes. We see right the fuck through you. For shame. God damn it. Burn this fucking dumbass down. Pissing me the fuck off. And just a casual reminder, folks, that 60% of all wealth in America is inherited. So when they tell you just to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, it's a sham. This is Jordan Peterson's whole grift, right? Oh, the hierarchy is there for a place. The cream rises to the top. The people at the top are there for a reason. Nope. It's a fucking sham. They sell you so you'll shut the fuck up and stay in your place. But no, we will not shut the fuck up. We will not stay in our goddamn place. And stop telling us how great the goddamn economy is. Stop telling us how great employment is. Great employment numbers, 44% of fully employed people make $18,000 a year or less. 44%, folks. So yeah, unemployment is low. You just have to work 4 fucking jobs because you can't afford to goddamn live if you don't. That's really great, isn't it? No, it's not great. Got to fight back against that shit. And I know people out there, they're feeling helpless. They're feeling hopeless. Ben Khan, I was paying $550 a month for health insurance this year. Then I had an emergency and had to take an ambulance. I got a bill for $1,340. Insurance covers exactly zero because I haven't even come close to the $5,000 deductible. Fuck this. Abso-fucking-lutely. The system is just broken. It's hopelessly fucking broken. And I suggest go to the emergency room, don't pay your bills. Fuck them. What are they going to do? Fuck all these motherfuckers. Stop paying your bills. Make the system goddamn collapse. Uncivil disobedience is what we need, in my opinion. I can't talk too much about that because I'll get in trouble. But then you got shitheads like intellectual dark web chud Eric Weinstein, completely fucking clueless boomers saying shit like there are an enormous number of young U.S. women in their 20s to mid-30s who don't appear to be prioritizing motherhood. Many of their parents have assets, while many of them do not. No massive transfer is seen. I find the lack of major discussion on this biological puzzling. Yeah, it's not that fucking puzzling, dude. Maybe this will help you fucking understand it. Intergenerational wealth. Share of national wealth owned by each generation by medium cohort age. You see? Baby boomers, you fucking boomers, you got all the fucking money. Generation X and millennials ain't getting shit. It's because the system is fucking stacked against them. It's stacked to make sure the motherfuckers have the money, keep the motherfucking money, and the people that don't have the money never get it. It's working by design because the billionaire class is buying up our politicians. They're having fucking wine cave fundraisers where even Democrats are selling their souls in order to get elected. And we need somebody to stand up and fucking fight back against this. And in my opinion, the only one really doing that is Bernie Sanders. Love or hate him, in my opinion. That's our great hope. But I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be hopeful he's going to win. But the country is so fucking stupid. America is not great. I just would not be surprised if they elect Trump again. I really fucking wouldn't. But, you know, still got to fight, in my opinion. And one of the funniest all-time tweets Blast from the past. Here's right-wing chud Christy Alley. You had a good go at it. Thanks for your input. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, shit. I don't know, Dave, but how's your incredibly tiny cock? At least that's the word on the street and in your high school yearbook. Holy fucking shit. Somebody making fun of her because she's a Scientologist. But anyway, here's right-wing chuds. They don't like what the fuck is his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Hawking, Stephen Hawking, because, you know, he was an unabashed atheist who actually gave people a reason not to believe in their stupid fucking religion. So you had a good go at it. Thanks for your input. What a fucking bitch. No, that's a gendered slur, but fuck it. I don't even give a shit anymore, folks. I give a fuck is getting more and more broken by the goddamn second. And this is funny. This is kind of funny. A lot of people were accusing Kim Kardashian of doing kind of a blackface thing. And they're like, no, Kim Kardashian is just dark naturally. So here's Kim Kardashian without makeup. And here's her in the picture. They're accusing her of blackface. Here she is, normally, and yeah. Don't think you're just naturally dark. You're definitely doing something to your skin to be that dark, for sure. I don't know if this rises to the level of blackface or not, but, Kanye rubbing off on you, clearly. And apparently, Camila Cabella, who is a singer who exists in the universe. I have no idea who this person is. I Googled them, and apparently they are a Cuban-American singer who sings songs I've never fucking heard of. But apparently when they were a teenager, they posted a bunch of racist-ass shit on Tumblr, and now they're getting their comeuppance for it. Let's see some of the fucking racist shit they... No, don't go there. God damn it, Dusty. Work this shit out. Let's see some of the racist shit this person I've never heard of before had to say. What the fuck is it? God damn it. Is it this thread? There it is. Yeah, this was proof that this is actually her. They're just giving proof this is actually her. And, here's some racist stuff. She retweeted that. And then Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then, oh, look, black people love watermelon and fried chicken. Telling watermelon fried chicken jokes, which I've done myself. And she did apologize afterwards, so I'm not trying to be holding it out. I've done this too, but here's some more. Oh my God, look, ha ha ha, so funny. So funny, black people love fried chicken. Isn't that hilarious? This new joke that has never been told before. And yep, racist. Racist. And yep, more racism from her. Racism, so hilarious. All of the racism, but you know, they're just trying to be edgy. These edgy kids today think this is so fucking funny. These tired ass jokes that have been done a million fucking times are just so fucking funny. But she deleted her Instagram account, or I guess it was Tumblr, her Tumblr shit, and apologized for it and stuff. So I don't know. I don't even know who she is, so I can't hate her for it. But seems pretty tasteless. Hopefully she will grow up and not do that fucking shit anymore. And I'm going to skip past that one because we only got 15 minutes left. I don't know if you guys heard, but ASAP Rocky has a new sex tape out. I actually went and watched it, of course, because of course I did. Why the fuck wouldn't I go watch ASAP Rocky's sex tape? And it's funny because everybody's making fun of him, talking about how he's got a weak stroke and how it was the fucking saddest goddamn sex tape they ever seen. Let's see if I can search for this shit to show you some other ones. They were just ragging on him so fucking bad. It was very funny. 2009. Let's see. Dwight Howard seeing ASAP Rocky's sex tape. Every day I log in, I see new dick. First ASAP Rocky, then Stephen Curry. Now, I don't know who these people are. Anyway, you can watch his sex tape if you like. It was kind of boring. It was just him having sex with a really, really giant bootied, I don't know if it was a white woman or a Latina woman. She looked white as hell. But anyway, he ain't got no game. Made me feel better because I am bad at sex. So apparently ASAP Rocky is also bad at sex. So I kind of feel like kindred spirit with ASAP Rocky. You go, boy, with your bad fucking. And guess I'm going to skip that one, too. This is a chick explaining why Jim Bakker needs a new television studio. You know, God needs you to send him money because God is so feckless. He can't come up with money without fucking you. And I guess I'll go ahead and play it since I already got it open. Listen to this stupid shit. It's amazing this grift is still lucrative in 2019. They've done this for so long. It's amazing anybody is still falling for it, but they must be.
Think of the power of this kind of media, Jim. Think about, okay, we're seated with him at heavenly places. We're prophesying from the throne room. Positionally, that's where we prophesy from. Anybody can prophesy, oh, I see chaos coming or this or that, but they're prophesying more along the natural scenes. No, we prophesy the will of God to the earth from heaven. But when you prophesy from heaven and it goes into a satellite, there's a great authority in the heavens. You understand this?
Yeah.
This is an unbroken signal in a way, and then it's disseminated down. It is... maybe people don't understand even what I'm saying.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. You're saying that God needs satellite to get his unbroken word to people, and so they have to give you tons of money for it. Doesn't seem like your all-powerful God is that all-powerful. What the fuck does he need you for? Couldn't he just beam the information directly into our brains? Of course he could, if he existed, which he doesn't. So depressing. These people are still making millions of dollars off this shit. You know, I know it's mostly old people, but you would think all the old people that fall for those grifts would be dead by now. But I guess some of them must be alive out there somewhere, because they're still fucking doing it. And I was going to show this video, but I guess maybe I'll save this. Let me drag this to the bottom so I can save this for the next show. I got to start picking and choosing here because I only have about 10 more minutes to do. We'll save the cruise ship for the next show. True story. So I got really stoned the other night, and I was searching my little pirate sites, and I saw a thumbnail that had Kylo Ren in it, and I was like, obviously, this must be a pirated version of the new Star Wars movie. So I clicked on it, and I downloaded it, and I admit I was blazed out of my fucking mind, but I guess the movie was a prequel or something, because it was really confusing to me. I didn't get it. The whole fucking thing was just Kylo Ren screaming at Scarlett Johansson about their marriage. I kept expecting him to murder her, but he never did, so I don't know. It sucked. Didn't fucking get it. And, I've been taking a lot of shit for this, folks. Apparently my contact info was found in some guy's phone, and now I'm suddenly getting all this fucking contacts from the media trying to interview over me, and all I gotta say is, dudes, fuck y'all, alright? Arby's is delicious. Don't hate on me. And I needed something to get that taste out of my mouth. So, for those of you who have not read the headline yet, Missouri church leader tried to pay for sex on Grindr with Arby's card. Because of course he did. Who could turn out delicious fucking Arby's for a blowjob? Not me, folks. Not me. I suck your dick all day long for some Arby's. Don't even ask me what I do for some Taco Bell. Butt stuff. That's what I do for Taco Bell. And this one actually is true. I just installed a new gas heater in the dog room. And I had a shitty electric heater in there. It wasn't really doing a good job for as cold as it's been. So I just want to say, like, I know if the dogs could speak, they would thank all of you guys. Because it really means a lot, the support. You guys are the ones that allowed this to happen, allowed me to purchase the heater for the dogs so they don't have to freeze to death. So I know if they could talk, they would thank you themselves, but they can't. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on the show. It really means a lot. You guys are fucking awesome. And, you know, it's really appreciated. Not by me, but not just by me, but also the dogs too. So thank you very much for that. And in case you guys are wondering what I'm packing between my legs, I know all of you are. I'm packing pussy, lots of pussy. Look how cute this shit is. This is my legs here. This is what every night lays between my legs. Mr. Penguin, Mrs. Diva. Look at them just hugging on each other. That's so fucking cute. Diva is Penguin's mama. So she's just getting some loving from her son, and so stinking cute. This is where your donations go, folks. You guys are the fucking heroes. And I think I might be broken a little bit, folks, because I watch true crime all the time. I love me some fucking true crime shows. But I watch that shit all day long. And every show, they're doing the most horrific, violent, murderous acts towards humans. And I rarely get really emotional about it. But, man, I was watching this new Netflix documentary called Don't Fuck with Cats. And in that documentary, this goddamn son of a bitch kills kittens. And holy shit, man, I have never wanted to fucking hunt down and murder a motherfucking worse. So I don't know what it is that I have an affinity towards animals more than humans. Like when I'm watching a movie, the bad guys can shoot 100 dudes. And I'm like, don't blink an eye. But they shoot a dog. And I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers. Oh, hell no, you didn't. Kill them, John Wick. Kill them all. So I don't know if you guys are the same way. But maybe I'm just desensitized to the violence against humans. Speaking of cats, apparently the new Cats movies came out, and it ain't doing well. The reviews have been fucking horrible for it. It's supposedly a nightmare. And so somebody took the best one-liners from all of the different publications' reviews of it, and some of these are really fucking funny. Thought I'd read them. So, a Boston Globe, my eyes are burning. Oh God, my eyes. Collider, can you make a movie so bad that the Academy takes back your Best Director Oscar? Asking for Tom Hooper. The Beat, Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs. Hollywood Reporter, catastrophic. LA Times, Cats is both a horror and an endurance test. Slash Film, there is a thin line between idiocy and genius, and Cats pukes a hairball on it and rubs its ass all over it. Variety, 9 may not be enough lies for some of the stars to live down their involvement in this poorly conceived and executed adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's hit musical. Little White Lies, I felt the light inside me slowly dying. The Playlist, once Tom Hooper's 110 minutes of Cats are over, theater is dead, and we unchosen ones are left, tragically, to continue living. I thought that was the funniest one. So anyway, not doing very well. I guess it's going to win all the Razzie Awards. I was going to go out and see it, but then I cleaned 7 cat litter boxes, and I thought to myself, you've seen enough cat shit for the day. You're good on all that, and let's shit on Jordan Peterson just real fucking quick. You got to stop blaming others for your problems in your life. And then he's like, blame Marx and Derrida for starters. Then the universities. Yeah, a little bit double standard there. A guy who continuously blames others all the time for the problems young men are having. Also says out of the other side of his mouth, don't blame other people for your problems. This is basically just telling SJWs, quote unquote, people who want social justice to shut the fuck up. This is his way of doing that while never shutting the fuck up himself. Hypocrite of the highest order, thou's name is Jordan Peterson. Yep. Don't rub up against my microphone, baby. Don't do it. Don't do it, Misty. We're going to show everybody how pretty you are again. Pretty Misty. Pretty Misty loves her daddy. Mwah. You so loved, aren't you? Yeah, you just a purring monkey. All right. Let me finish up the show, baby. Let me finish up the show real quick. I love on you when the show's over. All right, get your foot off the microphone. All right, there we go. All right. Got a few more stories we're going to cover here. Got another 5 minutes to go. All right, I already covered that one. I'm going to save this one for the next show. That was pretty interesting. Let's do some palate cleansers right quick. You guys always know I like to finish the show with palate cleansers because my show is depressing as fuck, even though it's necessary. And apparently this, I guess it was a aquarium or something, set up an electrical thing inside the fish tank. So when the eel electrifies himself, it lights up the lights. And it's kind of cool as fuck, man. Like, nature's amazing. It's like magic. They really have electricity. It really works on our technology, too. It's just so fucking cool how everything is married together. Thought that was interesting. Thought I'd share that shit with you guys. And this is worth it just to see the fucking cute-ass dog's face. This is the best president in the fucking world here. I guess I won't play the song. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Best president ever. Who's a cute little boy? Yeah, look at that little smile on his face. Cute as fuck. Oh my goddamn God. And sometimes it's not even worth trying to keep up with your fucking neighbors, folks, because you can't do it. Like this one. This guy says, I give up. He wins. Didn't even try. And let's see what he's talking about. I got an arrow pointed that way. Did the guy win? Oh, yeah. You don't want to compete against that. Holy shit. What in the fuck? Can't imagine that guy's light bill. Above and beyond the Call of Duty, right? And we're going to finish up with this one. This is a prime example of why you should never try to look cool. Don't try to look cool. You're either cool or you're not cool. And I have a story to tell after I show you guys this. But look, don't try to be cool. Look how cool I am. Yeah, no. Ow, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, dude. That was the least cool thing I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. It was so uncool. I want to watch it again. Yeah. Look how cool I am, everybody. Yeah, I'm going to jump over this. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. No, that is not how you do parkour. That is not how you parkour, dude. And that kind of reminds me of something that literally happened to me day before yesterday. So I was walking around Walmart in my cool shirt I got here that's got my hoodie on it. See, my fucking hoodie's awesome here. Yeah. And wearing my flip-flops, looking badass. And I was walking around Walmart pushing my cart. It was crowded as shit in fucking Walmart, right? And I was looking around at all the people, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm pretty handsome. God damn it. I'm pretty handsome compared to most of these people here. And I was kind of feeling myself, to be honest with you, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm looking cool. So then I was like pushing my cart around. I started like strutting and stuff. I was strutting, pushing my cart, thinking about how cool I looked. And then I kicked the fucking tire with my pinky toe and split it wide open and started bleeding everywhere. And I was like, nope, you're not cool, motherfucker. You are not cool. This is the least cool thing anybody's ever fucking done, except for this guy. So anyway, moral of the story is don't try to look cool. You're either cool or you're not. You're only going to make yourself look bad if you try too hard. Anyway, last chance to get in your super chats. Going to read a few more of the chats and finish up. Palate cleansers, yes! Palate cleansers, best part of the show. Misty is love. Misty's definitely in fucking love. She in my lap right now. Got right back in my lap. Didn't even bother to go away. I don't blame her. I got a good lap. I give good lap. Let's see what else we got. It's because animals are innocent and humans are evil at the risk of sounding cliche. Yep, that's the way I feel about it too. Much bigger fan of animals than humans for the most part. Onision needs to be cellmates with Bill Cosby. Too easy. Too easy for him, in my opinion. Onision got canceled. Good. I can't. So cute. Yep, definitely cute. I live behind armies. I'd take an Arby's card. Hell yeah. I suck your dick for an Arby's card. You don't even know, man. I suck your dick good. Work the balls and everything. Anyway. Guess I'll finish up by reading the super chats. Live blood of the show. Super chats. All right, what we got here? For your lungs. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Need all the help I get for my lungs. I got pretty good lungs. I sit here and belt out some shit for 2 hours. Talk fast as fuck. But man, when I get done to the show, I'm tired of it, man. Because it's like running a marathon talking this fast for 2 hours. And appreciate that, John Eric Moore. That was very, very generous of you. Jeannie Rude, $2. Humans really don't deserve our wonderful pets. I know, right? It's what keeps me going, though. All this depressing shit I constantly have to cover, but the animals keep me going, and I really appreciate you guys supporting it. Beast Nation 2009, $5. What's up, Beast Nation? That Arby's thing was my retort to the clip guy demonizing trans people earlier in the show who said he'd ignore extreme immortality by Trump. I know, right? These fucking shitheads. They literally think they're the good guys. It's amazing. Jose Gonzalez, Trump 2020. No, but I will take your $1.99 anyway, and I will do something good with it, so thank you for that. And Nora gave me 50 coronas, or crowns, or whatever it is. I think it's crowns, or crones. I don't know how you pronounce that. I am too ignorant to know, but I do think it is from Norway. I think I know that, so that's cool. Bernie for president, hell yeah. President of the world, Bernie. Thank you for that. Really appreciate that, Nora. And Nuberific, not counting Shu, who do you think will be the first anti-SJW cancer YouTuber that will be likely... I'm a lefty again. My prediction is Rave Dubin's money will dry up and he'll come crawling back. I think Blair White. I think Blair White is though. I think once people like Shu stop talking to Blair White and people started banning her, I think she'll start moving over to the grip. And I think a lot of people out there, I won't mention any names, you know what I'm talking about. I think a lot of people would not expect her to own up to anything she's done wrong, would not expect her to use her giant platform to make amends for all the people she has hurt. They would just accept her because she will help them become more popular and get more fucking subscribers. And these people don't really give a shit about right and wrong. They are doing this performatively, and they're more concerned about their own popularity than they are about holding people responsible for the shit they've done, in my opinion. So that would be my answer to that question. All right, I guess that's all of it. Nuberific gave me 666 and message retracted, which means I probably didn't get the money. So if you retract the message, I think I don't get it. So whatever, Nuberific. If I got it, I appreciate it. There he goes. That dude almost won a Darwin Award. Yeah, I wonder if he died. I guess he didn't. But definitely don't try to look cool, folks. It only goes bad. I remember another time, but back when I was a Christian, right? I had this $50,000 sports car, this BMW Z, I think it was a Z4 Roadster. It was awesome. And it was a stick shift. And I had the top down and everything, and I pulled up at a traffic light. There was these nice-looking girls sitting beside me at the traffic light, and they were sitting there looking, and I was, like, feeling all cool and shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to zoom off and show how cool I am. And I wasn't used to driving a stick yet, and the car sputtered forward and stopped and died, and they laughed at me, and I was like, God damn it, you aren't cool, Dusty. Quit fucking pretending. And Joni gave me 666 and Rusty Dusty bring back anti-SJW cringe compilations. I know I need to do that, man. I need to start working on short videos again. It's just, man, it's so much work taking care of all these animals and doing everything I got to do. And also putting the show together takes a lot longer than you guys think it does. Like to come up with 2 hours of material twice a week. I work I don't say I work hard, but I work a lot to do it. You know, I'm reading all day long, trying to find interesting things to bring you guys. So it doesn't leave a lot of time for doing the other videos, but I definitely need to get back on it. And I do appreciate that, that encouragement. I will try to do that in the future. So anyway, that's it for the fucking show, folks. Really appreciate you joining me. I think it's been a great episode, if I do say so myself. I really appreciate all you guys tuning in with me. As always, you want to support the show, consider being a Patreon. I don't know if I put the link in the description, but I will put the link in the description. But it's patreon.com/CODcast. $1 or $2 a month, whatever you can fucking afford, really does help. Really goes a long way to buying kitty litter and dog food and whatnot. And my car is broken right now. My car doesn't work anymore, so I'm stranded here. And I don't know if I'm going to get this car fixed or not. I don't know what I'm going to do. So, like, if you can help, it would be nice. I would much appreciate it. And also in the description of the video, there will be links to other ways you can support the show. I will be back on, I guess, Monday. Hopefully, I'm going to be back on Monday. That's only 2 days away, so I'm not sure I'm going to have enough material to make Monday. But I'm going to try to make Monday, so let's just pretend like we're going to do a show Monday, and then we'll see what happens. But Monday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. Let me check, make sure I don't got any super chats one more time before I go. Nope. All right, cool. I will see you guys then. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. As always, logic. Fuck yes. Everybody have a good night and a good week. Appreciate it.